So guys, Grey Zone Warfare has just had one of its biggest updates yet, and I know you're all going to say things like the game is dead, the game's trash, but hear me out here. I honestly was in the same mindset. I mean, I never even played the game before this update, and I was always intrigued by the game, but the lack of PvP just never pulled me in enough. But in all honesty, I just never gave the game a chance. I used to say like it looked boring, it looked slow, and it's not really like me because usually I like to try a game first before I actually make an opinion on it. But I think I fell into the trap like so many other people, just listening to others online. But this all changed when I was given access to the new Winds of War update and the test that they just ran recently, and now they have officially just launched it to the public on the 22nd of May there. And having been given the chance, I thought, why not? I'd jump in. So I jumped in and my whole perspective on the game changed. As soon as I got into the world, I was immersed right from the get-go. The sounds of the winds panning from around the headset, bugs flying around, birds chirping, the snap of the branches as you move through the dense jungle, shots going off all over the place as you were trying to plan your next move. The devs have really put in some work here to make this world feel alive. So if you gave up on the game, I would recommend come back, giving it a try, checking out the new update. As I said, I never played the game until now, and I'm actually loving it. This new update, it brings so much more to the game. Things like co-ops, short for combat outposts. This is going to be the main drivers for PvP in the game, because capturing these co-ops will give you access to things like respawn point, your stash, and vendors. And this will save you so much time, as you won't have to keep returning back to the main base. And if one of these co-ops are near a high tier loot POI, like Fort in the Reef for example, on the missions that you're doing at the time, you can see why enemy factions are going to really want to battle over specific co-ops. And this is really going to drive a nice back and forth mechanic, in my opinion, of PvP, which I got to experience in the Winds of War update when it was the test version, and it felt really fun. But with it now being the new wipe, everybody's starting from fresh. I think when you get in these engagements in the co-ops, it's going to feel extremely engaging and impactful for yourself and your entire faction. When engaging in PvP, everyone on the map at that time will know with the new PvP conflict zones that appear on the map, and these will be big red circles highlighting active areas where your faction is attacking or being attacked. There's also going to be a whole new dynamic weather system in the game, bringing rain, big rolling storms that you can actually feel building up in game before they really hit. You can feel the wind start to build up, you can actually see it, you can see the trees start to move and stuff like that, and then you just get hit with all this crazy rain. And then you can actually see things like the roads and the rice fields actually flood as the rain keeps coming down. There's also fog and, like I was saying, big winds that come rolling through into the game as well, and it just creates that more dynamic, immersed feeling in the world. Also introduced a bunch of new guns, some being the SVD, which in my opinion I think is going to be up there with one of the better guns, or if not one of the best guns of this wipe. In the test we got to play with everything because everything was unlocked, and as you can see from this clip,
They're coming. Three of them.
Hostile DMZ spotted. Attack in progress. Impact made with enemy.
the SVD absolutely slaps, and I think it's going to be a strong contender for probably the best weapon of the wipe. There's also going to be an MP7 which felt incredible in close quarter combat, and then we're going to have the MCX AR. There's also some new ammo types that they've brought as well, the 4.6 by 30mm and the 300 AAC blackout calibers as well. And on top of all that, there's 80 plus different weapon parts, including mounts, receivers, foregrips, barrels, iron sights, and more. Weapon and gear handling is something else that has been worked on, creating smoother zooms for the scopes, more injury details for things like damage type, ammo, and even shot direction. You now have the option to auto sort your stash, and also got a custom category order, which everyone loves, an auto sort stash button. They've increased the need for you to explore the world as well by adding in 40 new tasks. Alongside them, they've added in 30 plus real-time tasks as well. They've also reworked some existing ones, which I noticed when I was playing today. Some people was telling me that those missions I was doing was different from when they previously played it the wipe before. There has been 60 plus small locations added as well, with more AI patrols throughout all locations. So it just means that the world is going to feel even more alive than it already did before, because when you're moving from kind of many smaller locations, you're going to be in more engagements. They've added in more hidden stashes, trunks, and boxes for more valuable loot to be found scattered all over the map. New doors, crates with padlocks, keypads. They've even added safes with codes, which all just adds to much more to do in the world. And to round everything off, they've added a new vendor called Vulture, and this vendor only appears at 2 major co-ops on the map, and he will be in rotation. He's never a static vendor, and he's one of those vendors that if there's a PMC died out in the field and he hasn't been able to go and collect his gear, this vendor Vulture will actually be able to sell that PMC's gear, which is pretty cool, I thought. And he will be one of the vendors where you'll get the best price for selling stuff as well. As you guys can see, the devs have been putting in a lot of work here, and they have for sure won me over with this update. Like I said before, I wasn't a believer, and I have really been enjoying my time on the game. Let me know in the comments below if you've been playing the new update, what your thoughts are, and if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, please consider subscribing, as it really does help out the channel. I am looking to put in some serious work here on the channel, covering things like Grey Zone, Delta Force, etc. So any support here means the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.